Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Calico Critter Chronicles. It's Brooke here, and in today's video, I will be reorganizing my village for springtime. My village has been really messy lately due to all the videos that I've been filming. And I haven't exactly been doing a good job keeping up with the cleaning. So, let's get started. The first thing that I did was I removed all the Christmas decorations from my village and I organized them into this one bin. It was difficult for all the snow and other props to fit, but I did manage to fit everything in there. So now it is nice and neatly organized. I did have trouble though pushing in the bin, but as you can tell, but I did manage to get it in there. After this, I started focusing on the real problem, which was all the very, very random stuff laying around my village, such as naked critters and just other things that I did not know where it went. So yeah, I took out all the things I call knickknacks and put them into this big pile. As you can tell, there are a lot of random stuff from Halloween and just other very weird things laying around there. So as you can see, there's a slide from sets. There's like a balcony that went to the deluxe celebration home, but since my village is so crowded, there's not really room for that on the side. A pair of stairs, like a boat, you know, all that random stuff. So yeah. So what I did with all these knickknacks was I grabbed a couple of plastic bags from downstairs and I labeled them with Sharpie so that I was organized. And this first bag I did Halloween things. So basically what I put in here was some pumpkins. I also put in some like one of the like creepy like beware signs I had made. I also put in some like skeleton rings and some like little spiders for like decorations. So yeah, I thought those were fun. And I also put in the pencil, or not the pencil, why did I say that? The bat and pumpkin clips, and I put in the trick-or-treat sign, and I also put in some skeleton heads. So yeah, I found that pretty cool. So anyway, I zipped up the bag, and so yeah, that was how I was gonna be organized. I found this really useful because I would look for, when it was like Halloween time again, I would look for it and I knew it'd be right there sitting in my little bin area. So yeah. The next bag that I filled was the Easter bag. So there wasn't a lot in there because I only had one Easter set, but I felt that next time was Easter, which is in a couple weeks, which is really exciting. Or like in a month. Personally, I don't know. It's in April, that's all I know. But so I filled it with all of the Easter stuff, which was a lot of eggs and things. So as you can see, I'm kind of picking through the piles, trying to look for it. And like, I'm looking for the little pieces of candy that are like, they've got to be like 2 centimeters or like 1 centimeter long. And I'm just like, they're so small. I mean, I know they're Calico critter proportion, but anyway. So I also put Sophie Snow Rabbit in there because she is part of the Easter set, and I thought it'd be good to keep that together. And the final bag that I put together was kind of like the railings and like other little like, I guess, cushions or like whatever. I called it the railings and other things bag. But basically I just put railings and like the little like leaf things from the I think it was the deluxe celebration home, but like it was kind of like the outdoor stuff I kind of put in one little bag just in case I need an extra railing or I needed the little leafy things. Oh, and I also put like cushion covers in there just in case. I don't know, but yeah. You know what? I take that back. That was not the last bag. The last bag is actually the knickknacks bag, which is probably the most important bag because it's kind of like all the little pieces from like sets that you might lose, but you might need again later. So, because I feel like for me, it's really hard to keep together like all the sets, especially when I moved my village from the basement up to the bonus room. Oh, and I also put the catalogs in the knickknacks too because I didn't really know where else to put them. But Anyway, so, and by the way, I do have a lot more catalogs than that. Those are just the two that were, laying around. I have no idea where the other ones went. But, and, that's the point. But, so, yeah, basically having a knickknacks bag is helpful, because if I ever, find a little piece laying around, then I'll just, put it in that bag, and, I'll know where to find it next time I need it. So, yeah. The next thing I did was probably the worst part. I separated all my critters into the ones that need to be changed and the ones that already had their proper clothes on, because I wanted them to have their right clothes on and not somebody else's. So anyway, basically I had to obviously take their clothing off, and right now I'm taking off Ella's clothing and changing Ella, because that's obviously not Ella's dress. I was working on a stop motion, and Ella was one of the characters, and I needed a different dress because her dress did not fit the script, so I needed a different dress. Anyway, so now I am changing, I believe that's Elliot, and he's actually wearing Peter Panda's, I guess, clothing, so I had to change him. So yeah. If you guys don't like seeing naked Calico critters, you are definitely welcome to fast forward through this part. But you can't really see what I'm doing right now, so I apologize. I wasn't really paying attention. I was kind of struggling with Elliot's outfit. Peter's was really hard to get off, but anyway. So here I'm trying to decide who's Penny, who's Peter. Clearly it's hard to tell because, you can't really tell. So I did decide though who was Peter, and hopefully I'm right, but it doesn't really matter. They look the same. So, but yeah, Peter's was really hard to get on because his pants were kind of tight. Looked like it was giving him a little wedgie there, but yeah. So his clothes are kind of hard to get on just because I don't know. I'd never actually put Peter's clothes on, and that's when I realized I'm never taking these clothes off again. That is way too hard to put back on. So, yeah. But, clearly I'm still struggling here, so. And I can't see what I'm doing, so this is great, but, yeah. And finally, I did end up getting Peter's clothes on, which was good. That took me way longer than it should have. But, next I'm undressing, I believe. I don't know if that's Heidi or Harlan, because, I needed another bunny, so I used Heidi, because Heidi and Harlan basically look the same. If you put them in different clothes, then they could basically be the opposite gender. So yeah, this is Heidi. So yeah, I got Heidi all dressed, so that was good. And yeah, next I am undressing a Mr. Polar Bear here. So his was pretty easy to put on, and as you can see, I knew this would take a while, so I changed it over to time-lapse, but, yeah, so I'm changing a lot of critters, and this did take way longer, than it obviously looks, because it's in time-lapse, yeah. So these are all of my critters, and I finally finished, getting them all situated, and they look great. Next, I started working on the interior of the buildings, which were really messy, especially the Cloverleaf Manor. There was stuff everywhere, and it definitely needed a cleaning job. First house I did was the Red Roof Cottage, because I thought that one would be, a bit more easier to start with. So here I'm kind of, setting up the family room, getting a feel for where I want things to go. And then I put in the ginormous television with all the things on it. So yeah, and then I put the telephone up there as well. And then I started working on the kitchen. So basically I cleared all the things I like to call knickknacks, or just little food and stuff, off to the side, so that I could put the chairs and table up too. And I realized that the smaller table would have to go inside of the kitchen, because I didn't really have, a lot of room for it to go, where the regular table is with all the chairs and things. So I guess it could be, a little bar area or something, but, so yeah. And next, I started working on the plates, because there were a lot of plates just laying around, and I thought that'd be, a good idea to start putting the plates up there. So, yeah, and then when I put the placemats down to make it look nice and neat. So, yeah. And now I'm starting to work on the little cart where I'm gonna put like all the coffee and things like that. So, yeah, right now I'm kind of just setting up the table, putting the jams in place right there. So yeah, I'm setting up the cart. This is kind of funny to me to like narrate my own stuff because normally I don't do this that often. Normally I just narrate as I'm filming, but I was not feeling well when I was filming this. My throat was really scratchy and pretty hoarse, so I did not want to sound like a dying cow because that would not be good. But yeah, and don't tell anyone I put cookies inside the bread thing because I didn't know where else to put them. So, yeah, don't tell anyone though. But it's fine. I guess cookies are technically bread, right? Well, no, they're not. Personally, I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so yeah, that's my kitchen setup. Personally, it looks way better than it did. And there's my family room. So, yeah, now we're moving on to the second level here. And there wasn't really much that I need to do. Except, I guess, kind of reorganize the vanity, put some stuff in the drawers because there was a lot of, I guess, just stuff on top of it. So, yeah, that's why there's a drawer. So, yeah. Next, I moved on to Ruby and Belle's bedroom, and there wasn't really a lot that needs to be done, except I need to fix a couple books that had fallen on the ground, and also to shut the back window door that led to the balcony. So, anyway, yeah, I pushed the beds in place. For some reason, oh my gosh, the rails were, right there, which is kind of weird, but yeah, I fixed those. And then we move on to the bathroom. I also had to move the rail for that one too. And I also had to fix the toilet paper because that does not stick very well to the wall. Every time I look in that room, it's always falling down. But yeah, so there wasn't much to do in the bathroom. So now I'm moving on to the inside of the Cloverleaf Manor. And first I started with the entrance. I basically put the family room in there with the fireplace and all the chairs and things and all the firewood, so that was pretty easy. And then after that, I took that big blue, I guess, kitchen area, and I moved it to our very small kitchen because Cloverleaf Manor doesn't really have that big, the rooms, on the side, and I didn't really have that many kitchen supplies, so that's where that went. And then I moved on to the little knickknacks that were kind of just sitting in a room right there. And I basically just put them in the knickknack bag. So, yeah. Next, I started working on kind of the nursery room. The reason why the nursery room is so big is because I had a lot of nursery things at the time because the Cloverleaf Manor came with a bunch of nursery things, which was great because I don't have a lot of nursery things, but so yeah, came with a carriage and all that stuff. So that's what I'm doing. I'm setting up the nursery right now. So the nursery has a lot of little toys and things and a lot of props in the nursery. So I set those up. Also came with some fun games. And obviously you can see the piano over there. So, yeah, that's basically what I did in this room. In the next bedroom, there's basically nothing I had to do except clean up a cane and a hat. So here what I'm basically doing is I'm basically just kind of organizing my village and putting the buildings into place. Alright, so that was today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching me reorganize my village, because personally I think it looks way better than it did and way more organized, and I'm really happy about it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Calico Critter Chronicles. Bye guys, have a great day!